So I've been getting this question quite a lot. People just keep asking me, hey, what's going on with the real estate market? Should I buy? Should I not buy? Rates are up, rates. Just lots of crazy stuff. And first and foremost, I totally get it. I'm looking to buy another property for myself, so I totally understand the frustration. This next property is actually a move down from us. We're going to be taking a step back in terms of like how big our house is. Our house is just a little too big for us right now, and there's lots of stuff going on, and I'd rather take a step back, be a little closer to our family, my work, everything else that we're doing there. But my monthly payment's going to be a good amount higher on that house. That frankly is probably going to be a lower quality house than where we're currently living. So I get the frustration, but I want to talk about the reality of the situation. Utah has grown and exploded so much, and everyone's like, oh, I want prices to come down, and I want to be break the news. Prices aren't going down. They're actually just going to continue to go up, and they'll probably stabilize. But even though like purchase price might stay the same, as rates continue to go up, your monthly payments are going to go up on those things. So you're like, okay, well then I'll just rent. Well, there's a lot of things that we can talk about rental, and there's a lot to unpack there. But I want to talk about one big one, which is institutional buyers. Institutional buyers are buying 1 out of 4 homes. Let that sink in for a little bit. Like, that's a lot. And these institutional buyers, they're not very emotional. They're, a lot of them are big hedge funds, and they're not like me with my rentals that, hey, I know all my renters, I know their names, I know their kids, I know their families. I try to keep my rents, pretty manageable for everybody. And if I don't need to raise the rents, I try not to raise rents. That's what I do as a landlord here. These guys don't care. They try to get the most that they can get out of it, and they're maximizing their investments. And to a certain degree, that's what they should be doing, because they have people who have invested in them and they have certain expectations from them. So one, on the institutional buyers, that is very real, and it raises a real threat in terms of affordability for rents. Those will just keep going up, right? That's not gonna change. Our population continues to grow. We have one of the highest birth rates in the nation, and we have, we're always in the top 2 or 3 for regular population growth. So people coming out of different areas and moving here. Between all those factors and pricing that has gone up, so even just like regular investors, even though we don't necessarily want to charge a whole ton for rent, we pay market price for the properties. So we have to charge market price for the rents to make sure that we're not losing money on those. So it's pretty difficult for everyone, I'm not gonna lie. But you have to decide what you want to do and what's going to make sense for you. If you want to stay in Utah long term, then I'd say, buy something, lock in your payment. If interest rates go down, then you just refinance. But if interest rates go up, you've already locked in your monthly payment, so that's not going to be jumping up on you anymore. And on top of that, you can start paying down your debt, right? Every time you make a monthly payment, a portion of that goes to principal. So you then owe less on it, right? And as prices go up, then that's great for you because that's appreciation. And now you're saying, hey, I get all that, but I'm not able to buy like the house that I want, the real house that I want. I want like this 5-bed, 2-bath, on a 1/4 acre. It's a kind of typical American dream sort of house. And unfortunately, I'd say if you can't afford that, then don't buy it, right? Go down a little bit. Maybe you're buying a townhome, or maybe you're buying a condo when you wanted to be buying a single family home, or you want to be buying some different kind of property. I would make the adjustment. And you're like, hey, again, that's not really what I want to be doing. And I'd just say, you've got to pick your hard. It's a hard situation for a lot of people right now. So you've got to pick, do I want to be on the hard situation that I'm a renter and my rent's going to keep going up and I lose complete control over all that? Or do you want to own something? Maybe not your ideal something, but something. That way you're getting your foot in the door. That way you're building up equity. And here in the next few years, as situations change and things grow, or you're growing in your income or whatever, then you can take all that money and use it as a trampoline to get into the property that you really want. And that's my overall take on the housing market here for renters and buyers within Utah County. It's not all great news, but I want you guys to hear it straight. Hopefully this helps you as you decide what decisions to make, and I wish you and your family the very best.